Kwa sasa let's go straight into our first topic ambapo tunaongea kuhusu brain drain.
Yeah.
JB, unajua brain drain ni nini?
Yeah, kama unalala kwa drainage sana akili yako inakuwa kidogo 50-50 kama shift. Hiyo.
Tunalala kwa drain.
Educate him. Just educate this man here.
You guys.
Unazungumza.
Brain drain ni venye unaona mtu for example ametoka hapa Kenya, amekuwa professional in Kenya, ameeducatiwa in Kenya to a certain profession, then anaenda to another country kufanya kazi huko kufanya kazi huko kwa nchi nyingine. Hiyo inaitwa brain drain.
Unajua hapa ni kana kwamba kuna competition. Unajipata kwa na taaluma, your skill unapata somebody else akona kitu kama hiyo, alafu kwamba the income kuna so much output but income iko kidogo.
So sana ni pesa inafanya uende kule.
Yes, exactly.
Paka utoe kitu kidogo ndio upate kazi wapi? Kenya. Sasa kutoka hapa kwenda nchi zingine ukafanya kazi huko. Juu huko hata ukienda huko hakuna mtu atakwambia toa kitu kidogo uanjiliwe. Unatumia ile masomo yako.
Here in Kenya, someone is educated, maybe he's qualified like nursing, what a good careers, but the problem is we don't have enough job in Kenya. So you get a person will decide, let me go in another country, at least I get a job where I can be well paid. You see,
kazi ziko, lakini the problem is the people who are given those jobs are politically connected. They are not even qualified. That's why people have been running out of this country to seek greener pasture somewhere else. Not necessarily because there is no job here in Kenya.
If true, they are going to look for opportunities. Does it mean we don't have those opportunities over here in our country? The second thing could be maybe misinformation. You being maybe like told by your friends that when you go out there, you get what you call greener pastures. But the so what you are calling greener pastures does not arise.
Shindwa ku differentiate between a youth, who is a youth. Kwa sababu if you go now to offices huku tao nini, ya youth ni mzee mkubwa kama huyu. Sasa unashindwa huyu ni youth na youth ni sisi, na wanasema kazi kwa vijana na ni sisi ma youth. Then you're like afadhali hata niende ni outsource huko nje ama nitafute opportunity kule down, kwa sababu huku Kenya tunatumiwa sana.
Does it mean that ukisoma lazima uandikwe?
Then tunasoma kwa nini?
Kwa nini tunasoma? Ndio tupate tuandike kazi.
No, unaweza soma and then you create your own job.
Yes.
But before lazima u create platform. Lazima utafute network before u create.
But hii masomo tunasoma siku hizi ni masomo hata ya kujiendelesha sisi wenyewe. I don't have to be employed. I can be an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is a skill, it's not an education. No, the skill is big.
Have you personally had an opportunity to work abroad and you decided no, I'll stay in Kenya and work in Kenya?
Given opportunities, but the conditions nilizokuwa nimepewa zingeniruhusu niende. The time limit.
If you get something with good a good opportunity with good conditions, would you take it?
Yes.
Without thinking twice.
Na
mnasema tunajivunia kwa
Kenya.
Why? Yeah, it's like this. You see, these friends of mine, I'm sorry to say this, they left me working. Some of them were not working. And they went there, they started working. And surprisingly, these people have worked there for just a few years. And they invested here. They built houses here. And I'm still working for the same boss. I know he will see, please. And ndio najivunia kuwa Mkenya, lakini sijivunii kwa mapato ninayopata.
All of us cannot fit out there. So we must make sure we are patriotic. And being patriotic is not looking at our leaders, what they are doing. Yeah? Being patriotic is not emphasizing on the government every other time. What can we do to ourselves to better our lives?
So if I give you a green card right now and a visa and 2,000 USDs na kazi Atlanta, Georgia, I tell you go, utakata?
It will depend on what I'm doing here and what I'm going to do there.
Definitely will go.
Okay. You will definitely go.
Definitely, I will not think twice. Because one, chances of you developing are very high. Unlike here, because here you can work even 20 years, but you cannot buy a house.
That's right.
But people have gone even in Sudan here. Just 2 years coming back, some mtu ana drive. But
The current predicament you are having, economically speaking, it is as a result of
leadership.
Our own.
Bad leadership.
Yeah, the people who have elected bad leaders, and that's the reason why we are having this problem. The reason why people are moving out of this country to go and seek greener pasture is because of our own making problem.
What do you think are some of the effects of people kwenda kufanya kazi huko nje na kuacha nchi yetu tukiwa haina the professionals.
Last week in newspaper, there was this doctor called Joroge. He has discovered the medicine for hepatitis, and he was saying he discovered it while he was in USA. I think he's in USA, and he was saying, I wish I developed this medicine when I was in Kenya, because the amount of money that this medicine is going to generate for that country is so much. That's the effect.
Annually, the Kenyans in the diaspora send in 45 billion shillings annually. Yeah, to the economy. Kwa hivyo ni pesa ina circulate, ni pesa at least the economy ina make. So isn't brain drain a good thing on that end?
The best way I can help my country while I'm there, tulijivunia kuwa Mkenya. The much money I get, I invest in my country.
Another controversy may be about developing our country. Yes, like somebody like Obama, unaweza leta dola huku hivi ya develop, lakini yako huku. Then another thing, the Central Bank of Kenya governor was questioning they cannot account for the pirates' money, but it's developing Kenya. Why is it not affecting our economy?
Kama tukikosa professionals here in Kenya, it is very costly to mwananchi wa kawaida. Wacha nikupatie kwa mfano. Tuseme hatuna tunaona saa hizi hatuna madaktari wa kansa. Ona kama Profesa Nyang'u alitoka hapo. Kwa nini? Sisi ni sababu hakuna wale wanaweza tibu hizo maneno. Angalia sasa wewe mwenyewe ukigonjeka, tuseme ugonjwa wa roho, unaenda kutreatio India. How much do you pay? More than $1 million. Why? As a result of brain drain. Unajua wakiondoka nchi inakuwa ni kama iko naked.
How can we have our doctors treat our patients because we are here?
Create resources.
Otherwise, it's like we have a country of divided nationalities. We have that class which has to go out there because I believe that is where they're going to get their, best medication or such. What about me, a local person?
1.8 million Kenyans live and work abroad. Yeah? So wana generate their income and their livelihood from working in other countries. Sawa. And na sasa kuna bill imepasiwa which says that they have to pay taxes here in Kenya. So that means they're being taxed twofold. Si ndio? Sababu wanataksiwa huko pali wako na pia wanataksiwa hapa. What's your take on that?
Sema kama hata kama unalipa taxi huko alafu ulipe Kenya, labda hata ukilipa mara mbili ni kama ukinyiki kidogo juu hata ile pesa unapata huko hata inaweza kulipia taxi ulipe huko alafu na uendelee.
I think that would be unfair to those guys. While our MPs are not paying taxes, sure, they should start with the MPs, then go to those guys. Because in real sense, those guys are actually wiring back some of their money for investment in Kenya.
The moment they are taxed, they are going to be discouraged. Exactly. And they might find another way of investing.
Yeah. But isn't that a good thing if they discourage? Then they come back home and they bring their
the same way.
No,
the government needs to
they cannot come back home. What they are going to do, because they want this money to grow bigger and bigger, so they will not invest in their country because they are double taxed. They would rather invest in another country where they are not taxed.
But maybe the government is thinking this way, tumetumia resources na time yetu na facilities kueducate hawa watu, wameenda their best universities, get the skills, then they go out there, so it's like a refund for them.
The government cannot argue on that line. Why? Because this student, when this guy was a student, he was paying for the services.
Yes. They never went there freely. They struggled to get there. They found their way out in a hard way. So there is no way, even by taxing them, someone said like this, there is no way you will strengthen the weak by weakening the strong.
When brain drain happens here, then we sometimes have to get expatriates kukuja to fill the void.
Yeah.
What are the implications of that?
If I work with the experts, I think I'll gain more and more experience from him. It's like I'm learning something from him.
So you support brain gain?
Yes.
You support it?
Yeah.
What are you brain gain in here?
Thika road.
No, get my point. The skills are the same. These guys of ours who have gone outside to do this job, they have the same skills. In fact, you are not gaining, you are losing, because you have been this guy 300% times.
Mababu zetu wakiamuka kama sasa waone maendeleo yaliyo katika nchi hii, hawataamini wako ni ile nchi walikuwa wanaishi.
We are even supposed to be higher than that.
Unasema Thika road. We have local contractors.
Yes.
We have. But what is the problem?
Look at the roads that we are working on right now. Zinatengenezwa na local contractors.
Yeah.
But it zimekuwa mbaya.
Kwa nini?
It's better we pay more.
Look at the
But we make
rate.
something can stay for
Ni kwa nini sababu?
Cheap is expensive.
Yeah.
No, we pay them expensive.
Can brain drain be reversed? Should they reverse in any way?
Kuempower watu. create the opportunities.
Pay them well.
Pay them well. Weka kila kitu ikuwe mzuri.
Create a good environment for them that will disarrow them, that will discourage them to go outside. Because if you are paying, for example, here 200,000 per month, and when you go outside you are paying 100,000 per month, you will decide for yourself.
We have suffered brain drain. We lost Obama to the USA. Obama would have been the president of this country and the governor of Kogelo. Yeah?
Sasa JB,
Yeah.
ni ule muda tena.
Yes.
Ambapo we go outside, take a breather, alafu tunapata maoni ya watu kwa
Na
streets.
tukifika huko kwa maskis tutachukua maoni.
Okay, sasa let's go to the streets.
When they go out, they develop outside, not in our country.
There are no many openings for working, for jobs. So people can train, come out with a lot of expertise, but nowhere to practice. They have to look somewhere else.
So the country is not really benefiting from the education, and you see some of these people, some of them have been sponsored by the government.
We put a lot of resources and they come out with quality education and they come out with brains. But eventually you see they use the brains outside and we're not tapping what we really invest through education.
It impacts negatively on the Kenyan economy. But I would say they also have no choice because within they are given very little chances.
Yeah.
Tumerudi.
Back from the streets,
Yes.
straight to bed.
Straight to a break. Ama you know, unaita bed.
Yeah, mimi nenda nilale kidogo alafu nirudi. Lakini wewe kaa papo hapo ulipo.
We'll be right back.